Okay, today we're going to talk about Category 3 rehab. If you haven't seen the Category 1 and Category 2 videos where we're stabilizing the core and introducing resistive loads for Categories 1 and 2, make sure you check those out before we go into this. So this is assuming that you've already stabilized the core and you've also introduced resistive loads to the lesion site. And basically, Category 3 exercises are ballistic exercises that promote the facilitation of tight muscle fibers, which not only initiate explosive movements, but also help stop those same explosive movements. So we're going to train a few of those, starting off with areas of the spine. So the first one we're going to talk about is in the C-spine. So I'm going to have Leon on his back on the Swiss ball. I'm going to cue him to load his abs, so initiate ab control. And then we're going to have you long reach the neck to activate the C-spine. So you're going to tuck the chin. And basically, you're just going to drop the ball, and he's going to have to catch it while he keeps the core and neck stable. Good. You can do sets of about 10 of these at a time. So then the next one, you can go ahead and hop up, Leon. The next one is going to be a T-spine stabilizer. So you're going to stand up for me. This is to address T-spine and ballistic movements. What we're going to have Leon do is turn this way, and you're going to go into a functional squat position and go down and load. So go halfway down, good. And then you're just going to give him chest passes from that point right there. So he's initiating that ballistic load at the T-spine muscular level. And then for the last one, to address lumbar spine, we're going to have him back up into a functional position in the deep leg squat, and then we're going to have him rotate as he catches the ball. So to the right, while he's doing this, and then to the left. He's initiating his core while he's making that movement to take the stress off his low back. Okay, you can also introduce Category 3 exercises or ballistic exercises if you're training athletes. And the key to that is you want to be functional in what they do within their actual sport. So for an example, if you're training a track athlete who completely works in the sagittal plane, you could work on box jumps. So we're going to have Leon demonstrate that right now. So he's going to load down into almost a squat position, load down and explode up through, and then what we're looking for when he's on the box is to make sure that he has glute control, there's no knee crash, to make sure he's being soft on his feet so he has good muscle control. And then back down. So this would be a full speed example of the box jump. Again, we're looking for explosive up, quiet on the feet, and good proper muscle control. Okay, so keeping with the functional theme, if you're training any sort of overhead athlete, whether it's a baseball player, a quarterback, anything like that, you can also introduce ballistic movements throughout their throwing pattern. So I'm going to throw the ball to Leon. He's going to catch it through the deceleration arm phase and bring it back to me. And if this gets too easy for your athlete, you can introduce unstable surfaces under the feet, or you can also have them actually lift their back leg off to be more realistic in their throw phase. Another example of being sport specific is if you're training linemen, you could also introduce ballistic movements this way. So we're going to have Leon get in a functional squat position, and then he's going to be stabilizing and pushing off the surface, similar to what a lineman at the line of scrimmage would. So for your basketball players who require a lot of lateral quickness and agility, you can introduce the slide board as a way to isolate the glute musculature. He's going to slide back and forth. Notice he's in a good functional position. His chest is high. He's isolating glute medius and glute max right here. In terms of prescribing these exercises to your patients, use discretion. With the slide board, usually anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds is good, or if you're doing some of the more, the other exercises we showed you, 3 sets of 10 is a good benchmark to start at. But just make sure that your athletes or your patients can control those movements, and if they can't, make sure you back them down to an intensity or rep dosage that's appropriate for them. Another key to doing ballistic exercises is to make sure that it's fun for your patients. So introducing different ways to isolate the muscles or different ways to isolate the movements that you want while keeping them interested at the same time is the key.